The time has come. Let's organize your garden shed before winter comes. Garden sheds tend to be part of life, aren't they? If you have a garden, there will be some kind of shed. Why? Because there are things you use in the garden that you don't necessarily want to have in your home, nor do you want to move it into your home and out of your home each time you need it or you want to store it away. So garden sheds it is. In some cases, you'll have a little plastic box, and in some cases, there may be a proper hut. Either way, they function in very similar ways. They're being used to store things that are being used in the garden. And depending on how big your garden is, that could include things like a lawnmower or a garden hose, and lots of seedlings and flower pots and sticks and screws and electrical equipment and all kinds of stuff that is just flotsam and jetsam from your garden. The thing is, a garden shed is made to be added to. You rarely take anything out. So this is the time of year. It's still dry. It's not too hot, when you really want to go into your garden shed and set it up for winter, because now is the time when you'll end using certain things and you want everything to be clean and to be ready to be stored away. Now, how do you do this? First of all, you want to take everything out. And I mean everything. If you have a tarp, put it down outside and put everything on it so you don't lose anything. Next step, clean the inside of your shed. This is the perfect opportunity. Everything is out, you can clean it properly, and then you start putting things back in. My advice, start with the big stuff, and also keep in mind that in the winter season, certain things are not all that useful. They need to go in the back rather than in front, right? Starting with the big stuff, make sure your lawnmower is clean. Since you're not going to use it for a while, it makes sense to clean it properly, dry it, roll up the cable, fix everything properly, and then put it back into its place. Do the same with other large things, and I'm specifically talking about the garden hose. Those things tend to unravel, and you want to make sure that during winter, when you shift things around, the hose doesn't do that. So fix it properly. And then make your way down to smaller items. Once you reach reasonably smaller items, you'll find a different issue. They cannot just be put on the shelves. They want containers to be in order to be easily accessible and not shift around. So if you have plastic containers or Tupperware or anything that's left in your house that you're not using all the time, this is where that needs to go. Find containers that you can put your seed packets in so you can see what's in them. Find containers for small items. And I'm not saying you have to separate every single type of screw, but at the very least, put everything that belongs together in the same container. And those ultimately will be much more easily stored on shelves in your shed. So you work your way down. Everything will end up clean, but it also gives you a chance to evaluate whatever you've taken out and you're taking back in for their usefulness. So if you find broken pots and you've got 15 good ones, there's no need to keep all the broken pots. If you find screws you don't know where they belong, chuck them out. You'll never know where they belong. That kind of thing. So it's not just a reorganization opportunity, but also an opportunity to clean and to declutter what you've got. The big advantage is that you have an organized shed where you can find everything, and also everything is clean and ready for winter, so it doesn't rust, it doesn't rot, and you've taken out everything that doesn't belong there. Isn't that a worthwhile thing? Now, you may say, oh, this is going to take me a long time. And yes, it won't be done in 5 minutes, but you'll also find that it won't take quite as long as you think. Because once you set your mind to it, you'll browse through it very quickly. And it'll be very rewarding at the end of the ride, because at that point, you'll have a garden shed that you can find everything in. If this sounds interesting and you want to watch more of my videos, just look around. I'd be happy to have comments down below, or to see you come back next time. If you want more, there are options. Click the round logo to subscribe to this channel, or select the playlist in the middle to see more content, or check out the links in the description below. Oh, and feel free to like this video.